Hello everyone. Today I want to explain an important topic about the taxation of individuals in Turkey, especially for foreigners and people living abroad. According to the income tax law number 193 in Turkey, the income earned by individuals is subject to income tax. The law defines several types of taxable income, and these include business income, agricultural income, self-employment income, salaries and wages, income from securities and investments, rental income from real estate, and other types of income and earnings. However, when it comes to taxation, one key concept you need to understand is the difference between full taxpayers and limited taxpayers. In Turkish tax law, a limited taxpayer is an individual who is not considered resident in Turkey. And this generally means a person who does not have a permanent residence in Turkey and does not stay in Turkey for more than 6 months within a calendar year. Limited taxpayers are only taxed on the income they earn in Turkey. Income earned in other countries is not declared or taxed in Turkey. There is also an important point for Turkish citizens living abroad. If a Turkish citizen lives abroad with a work permit or residence permit and has been living outside Turkey for more than 6 months, they are generally considered limited taxpayers in Turkey. However, there is one exception here. If Turkish citizens are working abroad on behalf of Turkish public institutions or private companies whose headquarters are in Turkey, they may still be treated differently under the tax rules. And this framework is clarified in the Income Tax General Communique number 210. And understanding whether you are a residence taxpayer or a limited taxpayer is very important because it determines which income must be declared in Turkey and which income does not fall under Turkish taxation. If you earn income from Turkey while living abroad, it is always advisable to review your tax status carefully.
Now let's move on to one example. Let's assume that taxpayer A, who resides in Germany, rents out a residential property located in Ankara and earns 15,000 euros of rental income in 2025. And we assume that the exchange rate at the date of collection is 45 Turkish lira per euro, meaning the total rental income equals 675,000 Turkish lira. And the taxpayer has no other income subject to declaration and chooses the lump sum expense method. And now let's walk through the first table here step by step. We start with the gross rental income, which is 675,000 Turkish lira. Next, we apply the exemption amount, which is 47,000. After deducting this exemption here, the remaining amount is 628,000. And since the taxpayer selected the lump sum expense method, we calculate 15% of the remaining amount as expenses. And that gives us 94,200 Turkish lira as deductible expenses. When we subtract this expense from the remaining income, we reach the net income, which is 533,800 Turkish lira here. And this amount becomes the taxable income base, which is again 533,800. Finally, based on this tax base, the calculated income tax is 113,126 Turkish lira, and there is also a stamp duty of 1,189.50. Now let's look at this table, which shows how the income tax is calculated across tax brackets. The taxable income of 533,800 is divided into different tax brackets. The first 158,000 is taxed at 15% and resulting in 23,700 Turkish lira tax. The next portion, 172,000, is taxed at 20% and resulting in 34,400 Turkish Lira tax here. And the remaining 203,800 is taxed at 27%, resulting in 55,026 Turkish Lira tax. When we add all these amounts together, the total income tax reaches 113,126 Turkish Lira, which matches the result we calculated earlier. And finally, let's look at this installment table here. The total tax liability including stamp duty is 114,315.50 Turkish Lira, and this amount is paid in 2 installments. The first installment is 57,752.50 due on March 31, 2026. And the second installment here due on July 31, 2026 here. So in summary, this example clearly shows how a non-resident taxpayer earning rental income in Turkey is taxed, how exemptions and deductions are applied, and how the final tax is calculated and paid in installments. Thanks for watching. See you in the next videos.